Welcome, Leslie. Thank you so much for coming in today.
My pleasure.
And sharing with us your story. It'll be a gift for many, many people. So we'll just start right at the beginning and we'll just have you, in your own words, just tell us your story.
Okay. My husband Andrew was diagnosed with terminal cancer in October of 2007. He was given between 2 to 5 years. He passed away in October 2009. Absolutely determined he was not going to be a statistic. He was going to beat the odds and he was going to survive. And I think more than anything that kept him strong through all of it. And I think perhaps the family, we have 3 children, we all fed off that. We all, because he was so determined, we were going to do it. His journey was difficult, but he was very healthy. We were lucky through all of it until the very end, the last month. We continued to live our life. We had been retired 12 months and just moved to Badley and built our dream home. We knew nobody, so the journey was completely with the cancer. Everywhere we went, doctors, oncologists, support people were wonderful, and Cittamani was just incredible. The doctor suggested we put palliative care in place, so Cittamani entered our lives and they visited regularly for chats, cups of tea, whatever we needed. We both went through a lot of soul searching about why this had happened and why us. I personally, because I'm a nurse, felt I hadn't noticed what I should have noticed, things I should have taken more notice of. He was an extremely healthy, athletic man, but you do wonder, what was it that we didn't see, that we didn't pick up on? No matter how many times you're told there was nothing, it's still there, and you think, I should have seen this, I should have known, why didn't I know? But I didn't. And so we had this journey for 2 years. But I guess we were lucky. He was so well through it. We didn't. People used to say, you know what to expect, but we didn't. Nothing, and no one prepares you for what the end and the outcome is. That's for certain. It's a completely different journey, completely different. And each of the children had a different journey to go as well, and we all went through different stages with him. And if anything, he was the rock until the end. I think more than anything, when he was in the last final stages, he was in hospital for about 2 weeks in the palliative care unit, and I stayed with him. And we had all the family were there each day. And the first week he was very lucid and very alert. The second week, as things took over, he was on a lot of sedation and a lot of medication, so he was in and out of sleep and that. But 2 nights before he actually passed away, we had been told that he probably wouldn't make the night. And so our 3 children came up there and spent the night with him, and he actually sat up and asked for breakfast the next day, which was absolutely amazing. He didn't eat much, but then gradually through that day, which was the Friday, he slipped into unconsciousness. And it's probably a strange thing to say, but he had a good death. And I know that probably doesn't sound the way I mean it to, but he did. He was surrounded by everybody that loved him. He had fought so hard and he really didn't want to go. But in the end, it was calm and it was peaceful. And I sincerely believe he knew that we were all there and that he just slipped into the other room. And then there is the grieving afterwards. And nothing prepared us for that, any of us. And 2 of my children are psychologists. And we each put our hand up and said, we can't do this together, we have to have help. And again, Cittamani for me stepped in and they were amazing. There was no judgment, nothing, they were just there. And we sat and we talked and phone calls regularly, and this was ongoing. Both my children went to see psychologists, and which seemed a little strange, but none of us could help each other. We needed to put our hand up. It was very difficult to put my hand up and say, to ring somebody and say, I need some support, I need some help, because I'm just floundering. And but once you've done it once, and you realise that you need that help and you need that support, it was very important for me, and it was definitely beneficial. There's join, just accept invitations, meet people, get involved, and but it's still hard, it's still difficult. I just think don't be frightened of asking for help. More than anything, just say, I'm not coping with this. Just, even if all you do is have a shower, get dressed and go and sit somewhere and have a cup of coffee and talk to the person at the next table, or just say, just get out there and try and start living a life. It is a different life. It's a different outlook. You have different things that are going to happen to you. But don't be frightened of saying that you're not coping, that you need support, that you need help. And Cittamani that's where it started for me. And they're just there. At any time, if I need to come back and touch base, they're just there. And I think they've just been marvellous for me. And it's
well done. There's the journey. So beautifully spoken. Oh, Leslie, thank you.